Have you ever felt that your life was repeating itself? The same struggles, the same emotions, the same lessons circling back again and again. It almost feels like déjà vu. But what if it's not? What if, beneath the surface, your life is following a hidden code? A blueprint. An ancient rhythm shaping the rise and fall of every choice you make. And the question is, are you living blindly inside the code? Or are you learning to read it? Let's start here. Look at the world around you. The spiral of a seashell. The rings of a tree. The orbit of the planets. Everywhere you look, there is pattern. Nature doesn't act at random. It moves in rhythm. It builds in geometry. It repeats itself, because repetition is the universe's way of whispering its truth. Now think of your life. The relationships that feel eerily familiar. The mistakes you swore you'd never repeat, yet somehow did. The seasons of joy, followed by winters of silence. These are not accidents. These are cycles. And every cycle carries a message. Soft inner reflection. What am I not seeing? Why do I keep meeting the same lesson in a different disguise? The code of the universe doesn't reveal itself through words. It reveals itself through patterns. Through the echoes that appear until you finally stop and listen. Picture the seasons. The world never holds on to one forever. Spring bursts forth with growth. Summer expands with abundance. Autumn contracts with release. Winter rests in silence. And then, it begins again. Your life follows the same design. Moments of growth. Moments of harvest. Moments of letting go. And moments of stillness, when nothing seems to move. But here's the tragedy of the human mind. We resist the cycle. We cling to summer as if joy can last forever. We dread autumn's losses. We fear winter's emptiness. Yet the code is clear. Every cycle is necessary. Every decline prepares renewal. Every silence protects the seed of a new beginning. Pause, reflective tone. What if my endings were not failures? What if they were instructions, guiding me into my next season? The truth is, the universe does not punish. It teaches in rhythm. And when you finally surrender to the cycles, you begin to see not just endings, but transformations. Now imagine a spiral. It looks like a circle at first glance. But it is not. Each loop carries you higher, or deeper. This is how the code works. The same lessons return. But each time, you are not in the same place. You are further along the spiral. Wiser. Stronger. More aware. Life doesn't trap you in circles. It invites you to climb the spiral. That heartbreak you thought broke you returns in a new form. But now, you see the signs. You choose differently. You rise. That fear you thought would never leave appears again. But this time, you face it. And suddenly, the cycle transforms. Whispered inner thought. Maybe I wasn't repeating. Maybe I was ascending all along. The hidden code of the universe is a spiral. It tests you until you learn. It repeats until you grow. And once you see it, you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me now? So here is the turning point. If everything is pattern, if everything is cycle, then how do we create consciously within it? The answer is simple, but not easy. Awareness. When you see the pattern, you can choose differently. When you see the cycle, you can move with it instead of against it. This is the art of conscious creation. It's not about escaping the code. It's about learning to dance with it. Inner reflection, soft voice. What if my choices were not random? What if every decision sent ripples through the code itself, bending the next cycle into shape? And here lies the power. You are not only shaped by the code. You are a co-creator of it. Imagine standing at the edge of a river. The water is powerful. It never stops moving. You can fight it. You can resist it. But the river does not care. It keeps flowing. This is the code of the universe. You cannot stop the flow. But you can learn to move with it. You can learn where the current bends, where the water is calm, and where the rapids will carry you if you let go. Now imagine someone who resists. They thrash. They panic. They waste all their strength against the current. Exhausted, they sink. But the one who observes, who watches the pattern of the water, finds a rhythm. They float. They move with the current. They are not weaker. They are wiser. This is what it means to live consciously. You are not fighting life's code. You are reading it. And in reading it, you begin to choose with clarity. Inner reflection, almost whispered. Maybe my struggles were never punishments. Maybe they were currents, teaching me how to flow. The code doesn't only exist in nature. It lives inside you. Look at the choices you've made, the people you've met, the patterns of thought that keep circling in your mind. If you look closely, you'll see a mirror. Life reflects you back to yourself. Every moment is a response to your vibration. When you carry fear, life hands you mirrors of fear. When you carry strength, doors appear that were invisible before. When you shift inside, the pattern shifts outside. This is not chance. This is the code. And so the question becomes, not what is life doing to me, but what vibration am I offering to the code of life itself? Soft, reflective pause. If my life is a mirror, what is it showing me right now? And am I brave enough to change what I see? But let's be honest. Awareness does not come easily. Most of us live trapped in loops. We make the same choices. We repeat the same pain. We carry the same stories. It feels unfair. It feels like the universe is against us. But the truth is simpler. We are asleep inside the code. And when you are asleep, the code runs you. Consider this. A person who always seeks approval finds themselves in the same relationships again and again. Different faces. Same story. Another who fears failure keeps meeting the same losses even when they try to avoid them. The pattern repeats. Not because the universe is cruel, but because the lesson has not yet been seen. Voice low, dramatic. You will repeat what you do not recognize. You will relive what you do not learn. And here lies the turning point. The moment you notice the repetition, you wake up. You begin to see the threads of the code that have always been there. Now, imagine a tree. Each year, it grows a new ring, layer upon layer. From the outside, it looks the same. But inside, it is not. It carries history. It carries depth. This is you. Every cycle you live through adds a ring. Every repetition adds wisdom. You may feel like you're stuck in the same story. But you are not. You are growing inward. You are spiraling upward. The argument you had 5 years ago is not the same as today. The heartbreak you carry now is not the same as before. You are different. Your awareness is deeper. Your choices are stronger. And in that spiral, the code begins to transform. Inner monologue. Maybe I was never trapped at all. Maybe each cycle was preparing me for the next step I could not yet see. The universe repeats, not to imprison you, but to grow you.